What's up, everybody? My name is Shannon, and I am still waiting for my Satyr, and today we are talking about The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab. I have recently fallen in love with V.E. Schwab. For the longest time, I thought that I just wasn't into her writing. I kept trying to read stuff by her and it wasn't sticking, but then this year, I've started to read like all of her books, and suddenly I've become the biggest V.E. Schwab fan. So I was really excited about the release of this book, especially because it's something a little bit different. It is a standalone novel. It is a modern story. It's not necessarily like contemporary or like a romance. I don't really know what kind of genre you would put this in, but it is very much the time traveler's wife meets Remember Sunday. The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue is the story about Addie LaRue. She is a girl who was born in France in the 1690s. She grows up and she is a dreamer. Like, she wants so much more for herself than basically, you know, this poor provincial town in France can offer her. And when it comes time for her to get married, her parents basically sell her off. She panics, and she had learned about the old gods from kind of like the witch of her village, and she was told, don't pray to the gods that answer after dark. But like I said, she's panicking, she's running in the woods, she makes this desperate plea, and the darkness answers her. Basically, what she wants is to be free. She wants to be able to live this life where she can be whatever she wants. As we know, with any kind of wish when it comes to a fairy tale, is that all wishes come with a price, and Addie's price is that she will be free, she will be beholden to no one, she will live this long life, and she won't ever age or anything like that, but she will always be forgotten. She is erased from the memories of her parents, everybody in the village, and the second she meets somebody, if they turn away from her, if they leave the room, if they close the door on her, they will instantly forget her. So basically, she can never leave a mark on this world. It really makes you think about how she's going to live this long life. Like, she lives 300 years by the time we meet her in this book, and yet she cannot leave a mark on the world. And she's kind of a ghost going through these things, and she can never have anything that is hers. She kind of has to haunt from place to place to place, just trying to keep going, trying to find a way. And it's really beautiful the way she is so determined to keep going. And a lot of that determination does come from the fact that she's trying to spite this dark god who is constantly showing back up and trying to say, like, you know, are you tired yet? Are you over it? Can I have your soul now? And so she's always like, no, I'm gonna keep going, even though I was just found under a pile of dead bodies. You know, things do get very dark for her. But very early on in the book, she meets somebody, and it's the first person ever that can remember her. And from then on, like, the story just takes on this beautiful life of its own. Anybody who's read V.E. Schwab knows that she has a very, like, lyrical, musical way of writing. And I would say reading this book, it feels like honey. Like, I read this book rather quickly, but that was because I couldn't put it down. Whereas really when, like, I was reading it, it read very slow and syrupy, and it wasn't in a hurry, and it was just, you know, the story was unspooling the way it was going to go. And it made the whole thing kind of feel very dreamlike. I told my friend that it kind of felt like if folklore was a book, like it just had that kind of vibe to it. And the more I would learn about Addie LaRue, like the more my heart broke for her. She was this beautiful, amazing person that despite all odds kept going and kept fighting and kept trying to leave a mark on the world. She got to see so many beautiful things. At the end of it, it really hit me. It was so emotional and it was so beautiful, and it does kind of end on like a sad, bittersweet note, but at the same time, I think it ended perfectly. I wouldn't have ended it any other way, and it just made me feel so many things. Like, I feel like more than anything, The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue will just make you feel all the things, if that kind of makes sense. I also like that in the story, both of our main characters are bisexual, but V.E. Schwab does that with like no fanfare. It's just part of the story, which I actually really liked. It made it feel very organic, and it also like put this different kind of definition on love and what it means to like love somebody, what it means to feel wanted by somebody. And I just really, really loved the way Henry and Addie come together. I loved hearing about like their past relationships and then what they were looking for in each other. I loved learning about why they could see each other for who they were. It just, it was so good. And I will say, like, my birthday is September 4th, and that date plays a very significant role in this book. And so every time it would come up or we would be like alluding to it, I was like, oh my God. just like broke me. I've really, really loved the story. It was so beautiful. Wouldn't change anything about it, to be perfectly honest with you. I think this is one of the best reads I've had of 2020. It's definitely one of the best releases of 2020. I highly recommend this story. I think it's just a beautiful story that needs to be told. Like, I think Addie LaRue's story needs to be told. Like, this is a story that needs to be shared. It felt like it took a mind of its own. There is like a little twist in it where it's like a book about a book type of thing, and it felt like it was real. Like, it feels like Addie LaRue's story could be real, and I just think it really needs to be experienced. So I am giving this book an A+. I really recommend it. I am still very emotional, and I think this is going to be one that I'm going to want to return to and read just over and over and over again. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, be sure to hit that like button down below, and don't forget to subscribe to Nut Books with me every week. That is everything I got for today, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.